And my tip number 5 is going to be something that I really didn't do until later in life, and it really isn't that expensive, totally doable, and really can make a difference in your clothing and not having to repurchase, and that is, hi there and welcome to my channel. I'm Liz, and today I wanted to share with you some styling tips, tricks, and ideas that I have for dealing with weight fluctuations, basically. So whether you're on a weight loss journey or have put on some pounds, which is a normal occurrence that us ladies have to deal with, you don't want to be going out and having to buy, clothes for all your different sizes. I have gone through that, and it is nice to have some nice fitted items, but you do want to have those pieces so that when you're going through just a time for whatever reason, maybe it's the summer and you're just eating out more, or recovering from some health issue or just life, and need some comfy, stylish clothes to wear. So if you're interested to see my tips, then just stay tuned. All right, ladies, tip number 1 is going to be invest in versatile pieces. So whether this is a wrap dress, of course, some stylish, stretchy pants, empire waist tops and dresses are great. And these are just some versatile pieces that can work even if you change a couple sizes, that I have found work for me. They're actually still pieces that I utilize regularly, but I also don't want to accentuate any weight, and I like my clothes to help make me look slimmer. And so these are some of the pieces that I utilize to help hide the weight. And a wrap dress is generally going to have a V-neck and then kind of a wrap style, which that cut and look already is slimming. So besides middle weight, issues that I deal with are upper arm weight. I have a little bit broader shoulders and larger bust. So I have it all. So I have used a lot of these tricks over the years, and the wrap dress is a great option of a dress if you still want something kind of sexy, kind of fitted, but want to kind of hide any extra weight. So I would pay attention to the fabric and how it hangs on you, and of course the color as well, and wrap dress is a great option. Stretchy fabrics is one of my go-tos. I love it. I'm actually wearing my stretchy cords set today. I love stretchy waist linen pants for the spring and summer, and it doesn't have to look frumpy. In fact, I think just the way you overall style it with your accessories, the colors, maybe not a wild color, a wild print, is gonna look a little more understated, which I think makes it look more elevated. Even though it's a plain outfit, you can really dress it up with your accessories, and it's a great, comfortable, and elevated look. And another one of my favorites is an empire waist. And so that is gonna be something that's just fitted under your bust. And if you go back and watch any of my haul videos or any of my styling videos, this is a absolute trick that I use, because if you just wear something big and you think you're hiding things, it actually makes you look bigger. So you have to have it fitted at some point on your body to highlight that you are not as big as the piece that's draped over you. So an empire waist is good because you can have it come right under your bust, and it doesn't have to be tight. It could just come in a little, not that it has to be all the way to your body, because I love body skimming looks. So I will never buy anything that's tight, that's gonna show every ripple and roll. I would prefer something that will come in at one point, and that can be a different place for anyone. For me, empire, and that could be anywhere in your torso. So, you kind of have to play with it, and you can blouse up the top, and that makes the top look a little bit bigger, but it gives you some waist definition. And I do this a lot with some of my dresses as well, and I find that that is a great way to slim your overall look. All right, and my tip number 2 is layering. This is another one of my favorites. I do it all the time. Again, I'm doing it today. I love to have just some basic tanks on hand. I usually do like to get them textured because I am a more classic colors gal. So I don't have a lot of like prints and things like that. So I do like to have texture. So a lot of my tank tops will be, you know, lace or crochet or satin or silk or ribbed with different directions, something like that. So that already is adding interest to the bottom layer piece. And then you can top it with a button-up shirt, which I love doing. You can tie it. Cardigans are great. That's always a great option. And you know, any piece can look frumpy. It just depends on how you style it. So, you know, just pulling up your sleeves, rolling up your sleeves is a great idea. Wearing a necklace stack or even a bigger hoop earring or kind of some statement piece, it's gonna elevate your outfit. So I like a dramatic cardigan. So I like really long cardigans or really small cardigans that would be like a shirt. And then you could just wear a little tank top underneath. But it's a great option. It's something for you to consider. If you don't live a more casual life, of course, a blazer is an excellent option for layering. A denim jacket is also great as well. And that way you have these basic tank tops, basically. You can even do t-shirts, but it does give some variation between your body and the over piece. That way you can feel a little more comfortable being covered, but then it is giving some definition outside. And you know, if you don't want it blowing in the wind or whatnot, you could just tie it. And so that's a great option, layering so that you can change sizes and it isn't that noticeable and you have beautiful pieces to reach for. And my tip number 3 is going to be accessories, which is a great versatile, you know, item or pieces to have in your wardrobe because it really doesn't matter the weight gain or loss that you have. You can use these items over and over. So whether that's a statement jewelry piece or maybe a scarf, a belt. I always get my belts bigger, and then I just picked up a belt hole punch, and I add extra loops. So when I change sizes, I can always have my belt to wear. And I think that also lets you wear it at different spots on your waist. So if you want to wear it lower or higher, as you know, our jean rises change over the years, you don't have to get rid of those really nice belts that you've collected over the years. One of my favorite ways to accessorize, of course, is with your purse. So I do lean more towards a classic look. So I do have, you know, usually solid colors, but I do like texture. But if I do want a pop of color, where I'm gonna put it in is in my purse or in my shoes. And for me, I think that adds a stylish touch. So you don't have to have, you know, a fuchsia top. You could just have some really great fuchsia pumps or a purse, and that will give you just enough splash of color to brighten up your outfit. And that way you can still have your pieces that work for so many different ways, and then spice them up with your accessories day to day, year to year, as you're going through life's natural weight changes. All right, and tip number 4 is kind of a 2-in-1. I wanted, of course, to mention shapewear because you sometimes do need it, and it is good to have on hand. Over the years, I have collected a lot of shapewear for different events. Now at 45, I just really don't like wearing it anymore. So me personally, I have opted to really be mindful of the fabrics that I choose. So it is more how they hang on me, how that piece hangs on me. So it's not even, you know, I only buy this, you know, one kind of fabric and that covers everything. It just depends on the style that I'm going for that, top or bottom or dress, and how the overall silhouette ends up looking. So I would say for tip number 4, it's going to be invest in some shapewear for maybe for dresses, maybe for just the tummy cincher. If that's your area of concern, that's certainly something that you can have, and it is good to have on hand for those times when you really need it. But I find day to day, I would just prefer to get, maybe a sweater tank that just drapes nicely and kind of covers any extra weight that I have, or a really beautiful trouser with a nice drape that kind of is on the waist and just waterfalls down from there. And a great option, always one of my favorites, and I love to wear all spring and summer, or as much as I can while it's warm, dresses. So finding these pieces that flatter your shape in a flattering fabric is a great way to stay stylish and comfortable during weight fluctuations. And my tip number 5 is going to be something that I really didn't do until later in life, and it really isn't that expensive, totally doable, and really can make a difference in your clothing and not having to repurchase, and that is utilizing a tailor. So for years and years, when I was big consumer and just buying whatever I wanted, and I had so many weight changes and just all over the place, when something wouldn't fit me anymore, I would donate it. Over the years, I have collected several pieces that I like, and now I will just get things tailored. So whether I find a piece that's a little larger, it needs to be brought in, or even a little smaller and they can take it out within reason, is a great option. And then having your clothes fit too. So, your trousers, you don't want them to be too long and dragging on the floor. That can look sloppy, and it's gross to have your pants dragging on the floor. And your blazers, I know the oversized blazer is very in right now. I prefer more of a relaxed or fitted blazer, and having something that kind of even accentuates, even if you're not hourglass, there are blazers that are cut that way that can give that illusion. I have larger or more broader shoulders, so I actually don't opt for shoulder pads. But if you don't have broad shoulders, that is a great option of building up, the top area so that you look smaller in the midsection. It is absolutely, it works, and it is a great option. So even if you don't want to buy things with shoulder pads, you can just pick some up online and tuck them under your bra strap, pin them in place, and it definitely will give you more of an hourglass figure, which helps you look a little slimmer. And this list also isn't that everyone needs to be thin. It's really just so that you can dress confidently and look your best, whatever you think that is. So these are just tips, if you are trying to go for a kind of slimming look with the help of your clothes. And the last tip, remember, the most important item when curating a wardrobe for weight fluctuation is your confidence. Dress, embrace, and love your body at every size. Always dress in a way that makes you feel good regardless of society and current standards or trends. Your confidence will surely shine through, and it is the most beautiful look on any woman. So remember to stand up straight, smile, look people in the eye, really just feel good and own whatever you're wearing. And walking around like that, just try it when you're out and about, even at the grocery store or running errands. You will see that people respond similarly. They're gonna notice, as opposed to, if you just throw on a baseball cap and, your husband's t-shirt, tuck it in your jeans and go. it looks like, you know, you're screaming, don't look at me, don't touch, you know, don't talk to me. I barely got out of the house, and you know, we only have one life to live, and you know, doing these little things just to make yourself feel better, have better interactions with people day to day, really does make a difference in even your overall mental health and emotional state. And definitely I suggest try it out and see if it works for you. All right, ladies, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed these tips. If you did, be sure to give me a like, and be sure to come back and visit. And if you haven't seen my video on curating the perfect timeless capsule wardrobe, whether you're starting or restarting your entire wardrobe, I'll go ahead and link that below for you to take a look at. And then check out my latest haul too. I am always out looking at something, and maybe you have the same style as me or looking for same pieces, and those are always a lot of fun too. So I thank you so much for dropping in. I hope to see you in the next one, and have a great day.